Logan Stieber.
Now, this is certainly tough duty for the freshman.
Retherford is 10-0, but he has not met the top wrestlers at this weight class, and what a way to get introduced to the upper echelon.
Nice single leg attempt there again. Scoops the bottom leg here. Now watch him try to go ahead and push that. He's actually going to come across and come into the hip pocket right there, the front pocket, and try to create little hip separations. Kind of got to go back to what he originally thought it was the best thing to do, was push the knee away and then come back and get the points.
And there's the 2 points.
And what Stieber does so well is that he just attacks the guy from the top position. Don't look for him to give up any easy escapes.
Well, Logan Stieber has to be the answer that for Miko Megaludis. That tech fall was huge for Penn State.
It was. You know, Penn State's obviously favored in probably more weight classes than Ohio State, but this is a great opportunity to get some bonus points back. And he's got the chicken wing on the far side, and he'll work that half Nelson on the near side as well as anybody in the country. And when he gets what he wants, he's going to go ahead and work him back through. Didn't quite get it. Nice job by Retherford staying out of that.
Retherford from Benton, Pennsylvania, Benton High School, and Stieber from Monroeville, Ohio, and two-time NCAA champion. Brother Hunter Stieber is redshirting this year. All-American, returning All-American, yet he's going to redshirt, and then they'll be in the lineup together for the Buckeyes next year.
Oh, boy. That was close. The referee called potentially dangerous right there. The forehead of Retherford was still on the mat. So 1:37 left in the first period. And again, what separates Logan Stieber is that no cheap escapes, nothing that he doesn't want to have happen.
Well, when you talk about separate, there's a big separation between first and the rest of the group here at 141. And there's Rutherford in there on the single leg. He's ranked number 8, but we're going to see where he really belongs after this match.
Yeah, and the nice work here right there. He's got to go ahead and try to and keep his head up, do what he can to be able to do that. This is a time waster here for Stieber. Go off the mat. Not many guys get to Stieber's leg number 1 because he usually keeps a pretty low stance, but he's best when he's on his offense, taking a lot of shots and working from the top position.
Less than a minute left in the first period, and all of a sudden you look at Retherford and he's having the match that's in his favor for what needs to happen for the team, and we're stalling.
This is, oh, that's a quick stall call, and you hear it just like a guttural reaction from the Penn State crowd. Look at that.
And they don't just talk, they stand up and get going. And Retherford hit with a warning for stalling.
Yeah, it's just, he just got done taking a shot.
Yeah, he had just within 10 seconds had taken a nice circle single.
30 seconds, 30.
I'm wondering at this point in time in the match if Stieber regrets letting him out fairly easily. These two guys are getting their fingers all intertwined right there. That's not beneficial to anybody, but Retherford doing a nice job of holding position, and that's should probably break that. He's going to go ahead and make the shot without the left arm cleared. So see how they're tied up there, the fingers are intertwined.
And that's the end of the first period. Stieber on that takedown, out in front 2-1. As they go to the second period, Stieber winning NCAA titles at 133, now up at 141. And what I like about Stieber, who chooses down to begin, he's not afraid of anything. I mean, he took a chance in the All-Star meet, went up to 149 to wrestle Maple, and defeated him, the 141-pound defending champion from last year. And so Stieber gets after it and goes after it. He's one of the best.
You're right, Tim. And not afraid of the challenge, and kind of like Kyle Dake did last year, moved up a weight class to it's great to see our champions, great NCAA champions here doing that here to provide more entertainment for the sport, because everybody kind of wonders, and he was able to do that. But hey, look at what Rutherford's doing here. He's got
I'm starting to believe.
Yeah, he's got both legs in. Put some riding time on the clock. Already got 20, worked it down to 29 seconds, and this crowd is so knowledgeable, just like some of the great venues that seen in the past. They know what's going on. Both legs being put in. You know, and if you're going to call stalling, I guess, the way you did before, I mean, this might be an opportunity to call the champ for stalling.
Rutherford's getting all of the riding time that Logan Stieber built up, erased, and turning it around and starting to build it up himself.
Has both legs in, and Stieber really is getting cranked over. It speaks to his strength, and that shoulder's out of position pretty well. And he's really got nothing for this leg being in. Yep,
There's the stalling. And here comes the reaction of the crowd. 40 seconds left in the second period. Both wrestlers been called for stalling, warned.
It's so predictable the way that the match has been officiated at this point, but no, this is a situation that's a little bit different than dual meets. Should probably pop up to his feet to get a new start. Now the referee's going to call stalemate.
48 seconds of riding time built up by the freshman, true freshman, Zain Retherford, ranked number 8. He's undefeated. We were just waiting for the challenge of Logan Stieber, and Zain Retherford has met the challenge. Tom Ryan, 8th year at Ohio State, looks on with some appropriate concern.
So, nice job of clearing the pockets out there a little bit. It's not really doing anything. He didn't create any action. And you know what? He's got his toes flared out.
I like the look in Zain Retherford's eyes. He thinks something special could happen here in a very special place. It's 2-1, but the riding time is now in favor of Retherford, 1:07. They're going neutral, so he keeps the riding time.
Well, they're going to stop it right here. They want to know what... don't have an idea what the concern is. Yeah, we're not privy to this discussion between the officials and the coaches. Talking about maybe a locked hands call.
And you can review anything but a fall. And so Tom Ryan is choosing to review what he is looking at. It could be that locked hands that you're talking about.
Yeah, he's given the locked hands signal,
Right.
so I'm thinking he's looking at maybe that perhaps Rutherford had locked the hands late in the second period, sometime during the second period.
Now the officials will go back and look, and if they do see locked hands from the top position, they can then call the technical violation and give the 1 to Stieber. Anything is reviewable except the fall.
You know, there's an old adage in wrestling is that you got a guy that's tough in the top position. One of the better things to do is try to ride him, ride a rider, and you know, I think that's exactly what Retherford was able to do. Locked hands call. They're having a difficult time maybe establishing what the replay is right now. Crowd doesn't like it because it...
Let's talk about Zain Retherford for a minute. He has an idea of what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to do, a very confident young man.
Well, he's been able to get the riding time back. And you know, he stayed busy enough to stayed off his back, number 1 at the first period. And take a look at the replay. So was there any locked hands right here? That you can lock your hands in that position right there. That's just a straight power half. And you know, did that happen? If they're looking at that, there's nothing there, and there's nothing with that either. So they're going to get started.
No indisputable evidence that it occurred.
But the choice was Retherford's, and he chose the neutral position, which is a good call on his part.
And he does have riding time.
Right.
And so right now, it's effectively 2-2.
You know, that just speaks to the early part of the match. He gave up the early takedown, but he just stayed off his back enough to allow the champ to, you know, just kind of give it up. Oh, I guess go ahead and try to do this in the feet. So here's back in on a single leg here. Rutherford is. Showed some promise here. And right now, if he could go ahead and get his left ankle free, which he just did, right, now he can improve the position. And like I said, the returning champion is in a bad way right here. Now he's got the, if he could just come to his feet, real quickly. Now he does. He'll drive back in. Now look to get neutral, I suppose, is the best you could probably hope for in this position.
They wrestle until every part of the bodies of each wrestler are off, so they continue wrestling. Scoring can happen if any part of the body is in bounds. You can see the toes, they're still in bounds.
As long as it's probably more of a stalemate position at this point. Good call.
Stalemate, go back to the center, 57 seconds left. Not only is Stieber undefeated, as is Retherford, but as you pointed out, Stieber has had nothing less but bonus points in every match. 9-0 with all bonus points. Major decision, 2 tech falls and 6 pins.
Well, you know that moving up a weight class, cutting the weight's not going to be an issue here. Now he comes back in on that single leg. But you see what Rutherford's done there? He's tied up those fingers right there, and he hasn't allowed Stieber to get his hands together. So Stieber is shooting with his hands tied up, and you're not going to have a lot of success when that happens.
30 seconds left in regulation time. If it ends right now, we'll go right to overtime.
See the hands clasped right there? Well, neither guys should be able to score off of that, so it's kind of a pacifier. And you want to clear off that position. So we know what Rutherford, see, they tie up each other right there, and it's rare that somebody will give up that grip tie and the fingers intertwined like that.
And it looks like we're going to go to sudden victory overtime, and we'll just tell it like it is. 1 minute goes on the board. First takedown, first score of any kind. If either gets called for stalling because they both have warnings, it's over. So there you go. We'll talk about the 2 30-second periods if we get there.
I'm really surprised how silent it is in here. You know, this place should be erupting. This is upset potential here, babe. Opportunity to come back through on the counter shot there by Rutherford. Now what he's going to be looking to do is get his, Stieber this time ties up the inside wrist. So it's really difficult to improve your position, but he's able to go ahead and get up to his feet. He's trying to get to the far ankle right there. If he does that, that's points. Notice how Stieber's flexibility there. He keeps that ankle as far away as he can. Rutherford understands that he's got to get it done right now because Stieber is really difficult to get away from. Driving through.
2 points.
2 point
The
takedown.
upset, the win over the 2-time NCAA champion.
Clearly knew what he had to do.
What a big, big upset and win for the true freshman, Zain Retherford. The Benton High School Flash comes into Penn State. One of the bigger upsets, if not the biggest ever at Rec Hall. Wow.
You know what was so impressive about that, Tim? He went for it here. Here's the counter shot right here. It comes all the way through. Stieber was fortunate he didn't get taken down right there, but totally committed to the shot. But he had to be active on his feet in this overtime period. He really had to be active. Coming all the way through, he works through it and circles around to the front side, changes his grip up, drives across, and gets the takedown, and it was clearly 2.
Let's go to Shane with Zain.
You can't hear yourself in this place. Zain Retherford, never bleeding shark-infested water. Stieber did. You took advantage. Put this one into words.
I dreamed this one last night. Just laying in bed, laying up, and I made it happen. Bottom line, I took positions that I felt good, comfortable. He's a very good opponent, and he just kept coming forward too. But he's got to keep coming forward the whole match.
Walk us through that last takedown to win it.
I felt I was getting on that leg the entire match, and I just took advantage of it. Got on that leg again and finally finished it.
Enjoy this one. Congratulations.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Look at that.
It doesn't get any better than that. Shane with Zain, the winner.